So the second question, which is, which of the following can be good practice to protect data and information from computer hard disk failures? Installing firewalls, installing an antivirus software, taking periodic backups, using a strong password. So it is talking about computer hard disk failure. Hard disk failures means you won't be able to access to your computer or like access to the hard disk, right? You can't see any data, so your hard disk is not accessible. So on that case, if it fails, it's better we have a backup, right? So the correct answer is going to be the third one. Installing a firewall won't prevent failing the hard disk, or installing an antivirus, or else using a strong password. Neither of these things are preventing a hard disk failure, right? So the third one is going to be the answer. So the for second one, yeah, the third one is the answer. Next, the seventh. Lot have requested the seventh. Let me see what the seventh is. Yeah. No, Danidu, hard disk failures are not permanent, but there can be. It's like this, Danidu. Like if you are using a hard disk for a long time, like for 10 to 15 years, like a machine, neither. At some moment, it's going to fail, but it will last for a long time, right? But at some point, need අපි වයසට යනවා වගේ machine එකක් විතරම වැඩ කරලා ඒකේ කාලය ඉවර වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? So it's going to fail at some point, right? Yeah. So the seventh one, consider the following statement with blank label A and B. When processing the CPU, when processing, comma, the CPU uses its blank to temporarily store data that are brought from blank. So it is talking about CPU uses to temporarily store the data. CPU uses. So as you remember, inside the CPU, there are three components, which is CU, control unit, ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, and registers. So registers are the component which is acting as the memory, right? Inside the CPU, it's a small one, the smallest memory inside the computer. So what register does is, primary memory or the RAM is giving data to the registers, then registers are giving data to the ALU. So ALU will execute it and send it back to the registers, and registers will send it back to the RAM. That is what is happening. And to do this, input and output devices are involved. This is the von Neumann architecture, right? So to CPU uses then what? Registers to temporarily store data, and they are brought from the primary memory. So the second one is going to be the answer. People, hold on. Right. So the answer is going to be the second one for the seventh. Yeah, it is the second one. Right. People, did you got up to that question? Right. Okay, moving to the eighth one. Which of the following are correct regarding transmission media? Which of the following are correct regarding transmission media? Yeah. And it says unshielded twisted pair cable are used to transmit data for a long distance over 200 meters. Then 200 meters කියන තැන තමයි අපිට පොඩ්ඩක් clear කරගන්න තියෙන තැන. Let's see about the B. Fiber optic cable transmit data faster than UTP cables. It is definitely UTP means unshielded twisted pair. So fiber optics, it takes the data in the light speed because light is used inside the fiber optics. So this is definitely correct. B must be in your answer, right? If they are asking for the correct one. Yeah. So, yeah. So we can get rid of 2. Infrared data transmission is used to wireless keyboard to communicate with computers. Now, when it comes to the wireless keyboard, it is not the infrared that we are using the Bluetooth, right? So this is the problem. Instead of this, we use the Bluetooth, right? So C should not be in your answer. So that means C is over here, so it is wrong. And C is over here, it is wrong. So it should be the first one. Let's check whether it is the first one. For 8, oh my God, they have taken the third one as the answer. Infrared data transmission, which is not a very common one, infrared data transmission. Yeah, let me let me go through this right? For the 8th one, right? We generally not using the infrared to do the data transmission. Anyway, those are radio like the electromagnetic waves, but we use Bluetooth in most of the cases. Yeah, let me go through that. Review right? So for the moment, just keep it like that, right? So let's move to the 10th one. Which of the following shows the given storage component in descending order of access speed? Yeah. So the access speed, if you are taking here, they are talking about some memory devices. So in the memory hierarchy, at the top, there are registers, then the cache memories, then the RAM, then after they are going for the secondary storage, right? So they are asking about descending order. So if it is set in for the descending order, the highest access speed or the fastest one should be at the last. So the fastest one, so here it says, so hold on, which they are asking about the descending order of access speed. Yeah. So the fastest access speed should be in the beginning, right? Should start from the beginning. ඉක්මනටම වැඩ කරන කෙනා තමයි උඩ ඉන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට ස්පීඩ් එක අඩු වෙගෙන යන කට්ටිය තමයි අන්තිමට ඉන්න ඕනේ. So in first one, there is cache memory, main memory, and registers. So registers is the first one. So because of registers right over here, this disqualified. Because this is the first one, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. Right? So again, this one, second one fails because it is starting from hard disk. Third and fourth starting from registers. So third and fourth is eligible. Then the cache memory and main memory. So when you are comparing cache and main, cache is the fastest one, right? So the correct order should be registers, cache memory, main memory, then hard disk. So this is going to be the correct one, right? So for 10th, it's going to be third answer. Yes, it is the third answer, right? Okay, people, Are you clear with it? Yes, everyone? Right, great. Okay, moving to the 11th. If character E is represented in ASCII table 69 in decimal value, what is the binary representation of character G? Now, after E, there is F and there is G. So now these are in ASCII, the characters are flows in an order. So if E is 69, F will be 70 and G will be 71. So they are asking what is the representation of G. So all you have to do is represent 71 from 7 bits, right? So to represent it from 7 bits, we can use that trick. Either you can convert 71 decimal value to a binary, or else 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Let me clear this. So you can write 1, 2, the place values, 64. Yeah. So to create 71, we need 1 over 64, and we need another, how many? 7 bits. So 7 can be created by these three. So 64 plus 4, 68, plus 2, 70, plus 1, 71. So the correct order or the correct answer is going to be the second one. Right? So that is how we are going to deal with it. You have to remember, in the ASCII code, if you are given something, they are laid in an order. Right? Alphabetical order. Like even from 0 to 9, it's have the same order, right? So you have to follow that particular method. So for 11, it's second. Let's see. Yeah, for 11, it is second. 13. Which of the following technique can be used to increase the free space of a hard disk without deleting any existing file? Yeah. So deletion of file will, anyway, you are going to have some free space when you are deleting files, but they are asking without deleting, what are the methods that we can do? The first one says compression of existing files on the hard disk. Yeah, so compression will reduce the original size of a file. So because it is compressed, right? But we can't access the file as a compressed one. We have to decompress it again. But anyway, compressing of the file or the compression will reduce the file size. So reducing file size means making more space, right? So that can be taken as a correct one. Copying some files in the hard disk to a flash drive. Yeah, the problem is with copying. Now, if it says moving some files in the hard disk to a flash drive, yes, because they are when it is moving, they are talking about cut and paste process. But when it is copying, we are just using the copy and paste. So like copy and paste won't give you more space inside your hard disk. Someone can argue once it copied, we can clear it here, but it is not there. So the answer should be, if it is the answer, so it should be copying some files in the hard disk to a flash drive, then clean the hard disk. So it is not. So that is because of that copying term, we can't take this as a correct answer. Formatting of a hard disk, it will definitely delete your original file. So you are not going to make that choice because they are asking to free the space without deleting the files. And partitioning of the hard disk, again, like doing having partitioning won't allow you to have more free space, right? Then up here 100 GB hard decker, if we got only one partition, if we divide it into two parts, which is 500 into like 500, 500, it won't allow, it won't give us any more space. Like, okay, when you put that space, because when you are partitioning, they just having some space to record what are the details of the partition. So it will reduce the space, free space, right? So for that case, partitioning won't be a correct answer. So for 13, it's going to be the first answer. Yeah, 13, first answer. Right, moving to the 15th. 15th says, consider the range of cells given A3 colon C4 in this spreadsheet. Which of the following cells are included in this range? Yeah, A3 colon C4, right? So A3 means somewhere right over here. And C4 means right over here. So the range, we can mark the range like this. A3 colon C4. So they are asking which of the following cells are included in this range? A3 and C4 only, not only, right? And A3, A4, C3 and C4 only. No, there should be 6 things. So only word again will make a problem. Second one, A3, B3 and C3. No, there are a lot more. And the answer is going to be the fourth one. A3, B3, C3, A4, B4, C4, right? Easy question, right? So the 15th, we are going to have fourth one as the answer. And 16th, what would be displayed in cell C3 if the formula in cell C2 was copied to cell C3? So cell C3, and it is saying in the 16th, consider the following spreadsheet segment with formula equals B2 star B $5. This is the formula. So it is in cell C2. So cell C2 means this particular one. This is the cell C2, right? And it contains this. So I'll write it over here as well. B2 star B $5. So when you are copying it from C2 to C3, C3 means this one. So we are copying along a column. So when you are copying along a column, the component that is going to change in your formula is the row header, or in other words, the number, right? The column headers are not going to change because column is not going to change. It is like we are copying along a column. So column headers are not going to change. That means letters are not going to change in your formula anyway. Numbers are going to change. So how it is going to change? When you are copying down, the numbers will increase accordingly. When you are copying up, numbers will decrease accordingly. So in here, you are copying down. Pahalata tamai copy when. So your numbers should get increased. So the formula of this particular cell should be equal B, and 2 should become 3 because it is copying down. And star will be there as it is, B will be there, and $5 will not be changed. Why? What's the reason? Because dollar, when you are having a dollar sign at the left of a component, in here, there is a dollar sign at the left of 5. It means that particular component is absolute. So it will be copied as B $5. So they're asking what's the answer in this place in here. So answer is going to be what? B3. B3 means this. That means 60,000 into B $5. B $5 means this, 0.1. So 60,000 into 0.1 will give you 6,000. right? So third one is going to be the answer. For 16th, yeah, it is the third one. So this particular thing is going to be the answer. 17th, yeah, it's a very tricky question. I really don't remember whether it is in your book, but let's see. You want to add a blank slide to an electronic presentation that you are editing. Which of the following key combination can be used for this purpose? So we really don't know what's doing with shift and the some other keys, right? Because all the shortcuts which was introduced to us, it is dealing with control key. So control B will bold the letters, control V will paste. So there is nothing specifically happening with the shift B and shift V. Control N will give you a new file. So if you press Control N with any Office package, you are going to have a new file of that. So Word, if you press Control N, you are going to have a new Word file. If it is with the Excel, you are going to have a new Excel file. If it is with the PowerPoint, you are going to have a new PowerPoint file, not a slide. So a new slide is given by Control M, right? So the 17th, first one is going to be the answer. Right, and 19th. Yeah, let's discuss the 19th and end the session. So by next week, we are going to do the second paper, answer for the second paper. Then we are going to discuss the rest of the MCQs and the second paper, right? Okay, in 19th it says, which of the following is not a common feature of both word processing and electronic presentation software? So both word processing and electronic presentation. So Word and PowerPoint. දෙකේම තියෙන common feature එකක් නොවෙන්නේ. Right? Change in line space. It is there. Find and replace. It is there. Spell checker. Again, it is there. What is specific for Word is the mail merge, right? Because mail merge is a facility which is specifically given into the word processing software. So for 19, it's going to be the third answer, right? Yeah, it's going to be the third answer. So mail merge is going to be the answer for the 19th. All right, people, just confirm me, is it clear so far? Right, great. Okay, people, so I'm going to end the session from this point. So by next week, we are going to face to the second paper, and it is a 2-hour paper. So get ready. If you need to stay 2 hours, get ready to stay 2 hours, right? So we are starting at 7. We can end it at 9. I'm starting the paper sharp at 7, right? So you have to come and start writing the things. Do not write the paper at home. Please keep the paper to answer within the class time, right? All right, so get ready, people. So we are going to face the 2019 on next week, right? Thank you very much. I'll meet you on the same time, on the same day in next week. Thank you very much, people, right? Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.